lost his throne, but dirt on someone else's hands doesn't wash your own. Some are living for the day. I'm haunted by my last. With all of us before echoes like something in the dark. Okay. Dan's drinking from the sun and walking on the stars. Did you get all that? I'll take that as a no.
I hope not.
Oh, you don't like my rapping?
Conor just tried to rap to me.
Tried?
Yeah, and failed.
Tried?
And failed.
I disagree, Dan. I disagree. Dan loves that I'm the
I disagree.
sound man. I actually re-listened to the episode last week.
What episode?
You seemed mad that I was like going,
Seemed mad.
Yeah, were you mad? You seemed
Fellow,
it.
I was mad.
No, I reckon it was hypocrisy what you said. You're like, oh, you keep doing that and you're interrupting me. I wasn't interrupting you. You just we were literally weren't even having a conversation. I was just going,
I play it up for the show.
Really?
But you do annoy me.
Why?
All right, so folks, you may be sitting there at home watching this wonderful episode and thinking, why is Dan drinking a frozen drink
just
on a
Dan
Saturday?
something, I see.
And Conor drinking a Red Bull.
My second of the day, which is awful because I have a heart condition.
Jesus. Well, you will now.
Well, how many of them did we fucking have last night?
Oh God.
Last night?
So we have a visual representation of what
happened last night. We do.
This was basically to catch you all up to speed. This is what it was like.
Nice transition, Dan.
I know. I'm getting smooth with this. That's
wow, you look really hungover, Dad. What did you do last night?
Last night,
Conor and Dan's night out.
hello, Big Maggie.
I love how there's like two scene missing.
That was scene missing twice. That literally was what happened to us last night.
Well, it was Mitch's last exam yesterday.
Yes.
So we all went to the local.
Yeah, Mitch finished up his.
Well, not just Mitch. It was one of the managers of Moe's, which is our local, also finished too. Did you know that? I actually.
She did mention that.
I actually don't think I actually said well done. I think I forgot to.
I forgot to as well.
That's the first thing I said to Mitchell.
There's a big group of us. Mitch and a couple of his friends.
It was a big group.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and we all went down to Moe's.
A few people didn't show up.
Really? There were that many people. And
well, did you hear about friend of the show, Dave?
Oh yeah, Dave threw a bit of a. He was a bit sour.
Well, no, do you know it wasn't? It was just meant to be you, me, Mitch, and Sam.
And Dave, or no?
No, just us. So I said to Dave, "Are you coming on Friday?" And he said, "Friday? What's Friday?" And Mitch hadn't invited anyone because he wasn't inviting people. Then I told Dave, "Are you coming?" He's like, "Well, I haven't been invited." I was like, "Oh, just come." He was like, "No, I will
I've been
not."
Disgraced.
Yeah, but like, in fact, no one had been invited. So then I told Mitch, I'm like, "Why didn't you invite Dave?" He's like, "I didn't invite anyone." And he's like, "Okay, well now the cat's out the bag." He just invited like so many people, like so many people. No, Dave. He was like on a fucking protest. He was like, "I am not going because I was not invited." I was like, "No one was invited."
He was on a hunger strike. He was
literally
like, "I refuse to drink until I'm invited."
But that's the thing, though. No one was invited. Like we literally were just. It was just us. Like
This is how I.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be a small sort of thing.
it was meant to be you, me, Sam, Mitchell, and the other Dan as well.
Yeah, just like a nice little celebration for finishing up, and
Instead,
say we went pretty manic. So
I didn't think it was
so. A
that
couple
crazy.
things worth noting. We saw a lot of people from school. Like
it was school reunion written by Toby Whitehouse.
It really was. So we saw a lot of people from the good old days. Some women from school. Conor can tell you more about that. And
I cannot tell you about that.
And
because she watches the show.
We saw some guys, and we saw a guy who pretended he didn't remember us.
Well, it's Literally the guy that Dan was talking about a few weeks ago. Not even a few weeks ago, a few months ago, where
Saw him at the club and he's just like,
I love how he
nothing.
fucking
Just
hates
gives
us
us
now.
nothing.
It annoys us because he fucking had no one in high school. We saved him and took him into our group.
I mean, look, we were friends with him. Like we hung out with him. Even when we weren't close friends, we still were friendly and everything.
Me and him were pretty damn close.
Yeah, and he gives us nothing. Literally.
So I left.
Whenever we see him at the club,
Yeah.
and it's not like we're asking him to
didn't
come and hang out with us.
No, I didn't
It's
say
just
hello last
how
time.
you going?
I didn't say hello last time. I was just curious, like, will he say hi to me though? Because we were closer.
Yeah.
And I went up to him and I said, "Hey man, how you going?" He was like, "Oh hey." He was just looking at his phone. I was like, "How you been?" He's like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I literally did this," and I was like, "I'm going." Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
just no respect for anyone. Like,
yeah, literally. It was very.
everyone else was lovely though. We saw a lot of people.
No, everyone else was lovely.
Carl was there.
yeah,
Brody was there,
Yonti,
Yonti was there.
Josh, tons of people. It was wild.
Oh god, I made a huge fuck up.
What did you do?
I saw two girls last night. Do you remember when that woman came up to me? I said, Dan, I'm such a fucking idiot. I said, and I felt bad because I apologized afterwards, but it was just, I just said it. I didn't think, but I was like, Dan,
Oh no.
like, I pointed at her, I was like, we've had sex. Remember that? And she was like, that's how you introduced me? I was like, I'm sorry. And then she walked off. I was like, I'm sorry. To be fair, I was wasted. Do you remember that?
Remind me who that was. You don't have to say her name, but what
It
colour-
wasn't, remember we saw Ruth?
Yeah.
We saw Ruth at, do you remember that? Yeah, we saw Ruth at the bar when I was getting drinks. I was like, oh, hey, yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Do you know, I literally,
unfortunately remember that part.
yeah, I was like, nah, I think that was okay. That went all right. I messaged her this morning. I said, you know, sorry if I was a bit gone. She was like, you definitely were.
We were absolutely.
I think I was like,
in another universe.
I was like, I said, I'll see you later, and like gave like a peck on the lips and just left.
That's cute.
And I never saw her again that night.
I don't
And,
think we saw much else.
A girl that Mitch had a bit of beef with was in the mosh.
Oh,
Remember that?
don't remind me.
Oh god, I think I done myself a bit of a hole yesterday with a few things.
I'm surprised at how little mess I caused.
I don't know about that.
I don't really walk into any bee's nests, so
I
to
don't know
speak.
about that.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know. Just
Yeah, exactly.
I
Can't,
can't really-
even name an example.
I
but
can.
it's
I just can't say stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, it sucks because I want to make good content for the show and I hope people like it, but like I feel like I fucking dig myself a grave filming this shit.
Nah, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Remember that
But,
girl on the Wubs floor?
Oh yeah.
She was
I remember.
pretty hot.
She was nice. Yeah.
But she was like, I don't know. She was like, I couldn't really hear her, but she was like,
I was so sauced.
she was into some weird, like, she was just a weird kisser. I don't know. She was like, you got to start really slow. She was like trying to tell me to do stuff. And she's like, there's no flow. And I was like, oh, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to kissing, I guess. I like to put my mouth on another girl's mouth and kiss. She was like into this like weird ass like movement. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. And it was so loud I couldn't hear her.
Kissing you just got to be basic with it. Just go back to basics.
And she was like, oh, you're really bad at this, but I can't stop. And I was like, okay, it's a bit weird. And then she's like,
Fucking clubs, man.
and eventually she was like, I'm not gonna torture you anymore. I was like, okay. And then she started like dancing with some 40-year-old trying to make me jealous. I'm like, he's like fucking 40. I don't care.
Clubs are another universe.
We were literally just boogieing on this dance floor that was like pretty much empty.
We were having the time of our lives. I can't
Just
even.
doing shit like this. It was fun. I don't know
It's
why I went.
amazing.
I didn't want to go.
No, I know. So Connor originally wasn't going to come. He went back to his house, and I called him
Everyone
an Uber.
got on a fucking Uber
and I
without
was
me.
like, I thought you would have got in one. I didn't even mean to get in one. Sam and Mitch just said, Dan, come with us. And I was like,
But you know what?
okay.
There's no one thinking about me because I swear. I went outside. Nah, to be fair, they were like, oh, come with us, Connor. Oh, wait, sorry, there's too many people. And I was like, that's cool. I'll just go home.
I literally had no idea what was happening. They just said, Dan, come with us. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they just walked me into the Uber. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm in an Uber now. And then we went to where we went, and I was very out of it, but hey, it was fun.
Dude,
you
it
know?
was so. Do you remember at most? You're like, Conor, it's still around. I was like, okay, I'll grab one. And I like ran across the fucking limestone steps as you put your glass down, and I fucking
kicked it,
and it fucking went flying and smashed.
I could see it happening moments before it happened.
Who does? I said to Dan,
And
I was like,
literally-
who does that though? Why would you do that? I'm kind of speed walking on the limestone, and as Dan does this, it was like a fucking football.
God, I was like I don't even know if it came out, but in my head I was like, Conor, wait. And then like as you did it, and I was like,
You're like, I knew that was going to happen. I'm like, what do you mean? Why'd you do it?
yeah, that was a shame.
I
felt
actually-
bad because Sam is a manager there, and she was off shift, and she
Yeah,
went
she
and
went-
grabbed a.
Do you know, I just went inside to get a pint, and I was like, she like went to clean it up, and I was like, I was chatting to security guys. I don't remember what I said.
God, I don't.
I think I was
remember.
just he was being really sweet to me. It's like the young guy, and I was like, respect, man. You keep this place safe or some dumb shit. We were chatting to the people behind the bar.
Yeah, we were. It was
Mitch
lovely.
was yelling at one because he asked for his ID. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So he was yelling at the wrong guy, and I was like, Mitch, it's not him. He's like, he asked my ID, and I was like, Mitchell.
No, he didn't.
I was like, it was him.
Oh,
That was so
no.
funny. Mitch walks in out of the whole group. He's the only person who got ID'd. I said to the guy, I was like, do you need to check mine? He's like, nah, you're definitely not 18. And I was like, check his to Dan.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, he's not 18.
But Mitch gets
But Mitchell,
ID'd.
because Mitch can't grow a beard.
Oh, no.
No can Dan really, no offense, but.
Oh God. That is tough. That is tough for him.
Oh, so you spoke to Holly then?
Yeah, I spoke to Holly. I actually invited her on the show.
Yeah, she was like, that's so weird. I was like, why is it weird?
Oh man. I even said, I was like, I don't mean to be weird.
Yeah, well, I kind of annoyed me. I was
So
like,
she
why are you
thought it was
upset?
weird.
It was like, why are you weirded out? She's like, oh, it was just a bit weird that he asked. I was like, yeah, I guess, but
Well, I just thought that I better shoot my shot because I thought it would be weirder if I messaged her after the fact.
she's like, is there a producer on the show? And we're like, no. She's like, well, I won't come on.
Did she really say that?
No, I asked her about her internship and stuff, and
Yeah.
she's gonna work for ABC, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
my mum
Roost,
loves
yeah.
ABC.
Yeah, it's good, eh?
But I did say, I was like, look,
I said to her, I think it's great. I think she'd be a great guest. I think she would probably enjoy herself on the show.
I said, I was like, I like ABC a lot. I was like, all news is, but
It was kind of funny. I said something like, oh, you'll get good at lying or something like that. And she
Yeah.
was like, actually, journalists tell the truth. And I was like, yeah,
don't.
okay.
I don't.
I was like, we all know the
When you
fucking-
trust your television, what you get is what you get is what you got. That's a lot. Yeah. it's a song lyric.
Oh, it's a real hungover show today, isn't it?
When you trust your television, what you get is what you got. Yeah. News is bought. They own the information.
No, well that's why I think ABC is probably the best because ABC is
I agree.
is like the BBC.
I agree.
It's,
I disagree.
It's funded by the taxpayers.
Yeah.
So there's not.
Yeah, I like BBC.
Or
as well.
there's not necessarily going to be a corporate bias, whereas the other ones they're trying to sell you something, they're trying to make money, so they're going to have a bias in some way, depending on who owns
I was
it.
so annoyed because I was talking to that girl at the bar. We've been chatting for like an hour or something. I was like, I'm just gonna go to the toilet, and I came out, and then like everyone come over. Every time I go to the toilet, I swear,
Ugh,
but I was like busting.
gosh, annoying.
I was busting to go. I really need to go to the toilet, and like I was like, oh, I'll be right back, and then yeah, I didn't really go to the toilet again. I'm 50-50 if I should message her. Who knows? Was it drunk shenanigans,
We'll
Dan,
see.
or was it?
I think there was some sparks in the air, but
Yeah. Well, fan of the show.
we'll see. We'll
It was
find
a
out.
huge night. Well, we got back home to mine.
Yeah, so I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I don't really know much either, but
I'm trying to. It's literally scene missing. Like I am fucking
I-
homo right now.
we got on the Uber and we were share pods, and I swear Dan was just singing so loudly. I had to tell him to stop like at least 100 times. I was in the front, and my hand was on your leg, and I was like,
I remember that. I
like,
remember that.
Your head was out the window. You were singing so loudly, and I had to say to him like so many times, like, Dan, stop, Daniel, stop, Daniel, stop it, Dan, stop. The whole dialogue, like a 15-minute drive home. To be fair, the guy's a champ about it.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, man, it's fine. I'm like, fuck it, I feel so sorry for you. Dan's like fucking singing all sorts, Pursuit of Happiness.
We are the hunger.
Yeah. You were singing Pursuit of Happiness. That was my first mistake putting that on for you because I know how much you love it. Well, I do too, but
I know.
And then we got home and
I didn't deserve it. It was too good at that.
we both fucking cracked a beer and we both had like this much. When I woke up in the morning, somehow the can was tipped. My floor was so sticky I had to clean it this morning. But we fell asleep to The Simpsons. And when I woke up on the couch, the sun was up and I was like, well, Dan must have gone home. That's normally what he does. I was like, oh, well, I might as well just put myself to bed.
So I woke up, by the way, and we'll explain what happens now. I woke up this morning with something crawling on me. I was like, what the fuck? And I wake up and Connor's cat, Pepper, her face is right there. And I'm like, oh, hi Pepper. How you going?
Yeah.
I was like, you want a little scratch? So I gave her a little, whatever, purring and stroking.
Yeah, she's really friendly.
She woke me up and then I sort of looked away from her and I was like, oh, I'm in Connor's bed.
How did you get there?
I don't know.
I can't believe it.
I woke up and I looked, so I was in Connor's bed in his room.
With your clothes on.
With all of my clothes on, fully clothed. And I was just like, oh,
dude, I
must have slept here tonight.
What's not my bed sheets, but like the actual sheet that goes over my like bed, what's it called? A
duvet cover or whatever.
A mattress.
The
mattress color was like half off. I was like, what the hell? It still is.
I have no idea what happened. I don't know how I ended up there.
I went to go to my bed, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, I never do this. I was like, well, I have to go in the spare room. I don't fancy. It's again that Simpsons movie. I was like, oh, I'll never get back to sleep. I got my bed. I was like, I'll never fucking get it. And I left a note on my door, a sticky note that said, wake me. Because I wanted to discuss, because we need to watch Doctor Who today, we need to film the show.
We needed to make plans, yeah.
And I was like, so Dan said Conor once. And I didn't reply because I was sleeping. And then goes, well, I tried and fucking left.
Yeah, I was leaving. I saw the note. I was about to leave and I was like, something makes me think that sticky note's for me.
It was for you.
And then I was like, all right, well, I'll try. So I went in and I said, hey, Conor. And literally no response. And I went, well,
I tried.
I gave it my best shot.
I literally said, wake me up.
Well, you didn't say it. You wrote it down on a note.
I said, wake me.
Yeah, I know. I didn't
shout my name.
I did my best.
I sleep for anything.
Conor is like that, yeah, frankly.
So then I woke up and I went into my room and like, you're gone. Like, where the fuck?
It was, I think I'm only just getting sober now.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think I'm still drunk. I definitely woke up still drunk.
It's our second sober show in a row. Well, unless we count all the booze from last night.
Yeah, are we really sober right now?
God, I had so much. Fucking Guinness, Swan.
We just downed so fucking much alcohol last night.
Yeah.
Man. We were on the dance floor, seeing all these people.
It was a fun night.
It was great.
I mean, about it, but I wasn't really looking forward to it.
No, me neither. I was I wasn't not looking forward to it. I just had no idea what to expect.
It was literally like a fucking sitcom because I walked outside to find you. I went to another table, but I needed to find Mitchell too because I was getting a beer.
Yeah.
So I went to a table. I'm like, where's Mitch? He's like, he's over there. I went to go see Mitchell. Then I went to the bar. I saw someone having a panic attack and I went to get my beers and I needed my card off Mitchell. I went to go find Mitchell and he'd left. So I went up and I just couldn't use my card. Oh shit, I said.
Oh, that's okay.
And then I went inside to give you your beer and you'd left. So like everywhere I fucking went, it was like a sitcom.
It was like chasing ghosts. Like
wherever I'd go, people had like moved. I saw people I knew. It was like hopping all over the place.
It was weird, man.
So I came, I'm like, wait, where's Dan? He's like, he just went looking for you.
Literally, and I walked in as you had just left, and I was like, "Did Conor come here?" And he was like, and everyone on the table was like, "He just left."
Yeah, so I left my drinks with Ash, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to the toilet. If Dan comes back, tell him to stay. And I go to the toilet, and as I'm leaving the toilet, people come out the toilet who I know. I'm like, hey! And then I come back, and you're finally there, and I'm like,
It was
Daniel.
it was such a bizarre experience last night. It was so fun, but it was.
It really
like-
was. It was fun as fuck.
It was surprisingly fun. It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
I did not want to go clubbing, but I was like, I'm glad I did.
And there was surprisingly little regrets, I guess, the next day. You know, no, it was good. It was a very fun experience. I'm glad we did it. Yeah. Thanks for coming out.
It's all right. We're having a beer and watching Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah. We'll finish the one we opened last night.
Literally, you're like Heineken or whatever. It's like I left it to show you because it's like I don't know why we bother even. Nah, I do love it. I do love it like a. You know, it's your last beer of the night. You know, you're never gonna fucking finish it.
Yeah, I know. You crack it anyway.
But you're like,
you crack it with such good intentions, and
you
just we're gonna have such a great
drops class. I was like, I want to fall asleep with my headphones in, and I put Wednesday morning for some reason on repeat.
Oh yeah.
So I woke up at 2 a.m. and it was just still playing. And like, I loved it because I love that song. To me, it's like the most beautiful melody. But it's a song about fucking Trump
Politics and all
winning,
that, yeah.
and how sad Macklemore is about it. But it's such a beautiful song. It's such a beautiful song, and I just love the melody. And I'm like, I slept like a baby till I woke up and saw that you went there.
Oh, just wild. Just totally wild. I'm glad we did it though. I'm glad we did it. And tonight we're not even sure what's going to happen. I mean, we're going to go.
What time's the Hangover start?
7:30.
I reckon we should see the Hangover. I'd love to see Todd Phillips' masterpiece at the cinema.
I think we got to.
Fuck Mitchell. If Mitchell says no, I'm going to say, well, go home then, you little twat.
They're playing the Hangover at the cinema.
I sound
today.
so mean. I love Mitchell.
Yeah, they're playing the Hangover at the cinema today. I think because the cinema.
It's like $10.
Yeah, but there's nothing to play, so I think
it's $8 with your card.
They're trying to play what do they call the hits, so to speak. And yeah, they're playing the Hangover.
The hits
we were
and
like,
the misses sometimes.
So.
I'd go see the Hangover. I fucking love that movie. I mean,
It's great. And to watch it on the big screen too.
I know.
Oof, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Well, I suggested we should go see.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. No, what's it called?
What's,
Lesbian Lovers or something?
What's Dylan's favorite movie? About Time or something like
Easties or whatever the fuck.
that?
Oh yeah, the one with Justin Timberlake.
No, that's In Time.
What's that one? I think when they turn 18, they have like a timer or something. They have like a timer, and then they have to juice it up every now and then to stay alive.
That's In Time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I watched
Dylan's
it.
favorite movie.
No, his is About Time.
Yeah, with Justin Timberlake.
You're fucking with me, man. That's I still stand by that movie In Time being the coolest concept with the worst execution I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very cool idea.
You can tell that fucking script got
Because they're gonna die or something. No, they have like 24 hours to on a clock, and they have to continue to fill it up to stay alive.
Yeah, but minutes is currency. It's such
That's
a cool
right.
idea.
Minutes is currency. Yeah.
I always remember they go to get a coffee and it's like, that's 5 minutes. Like, but yesterday it was 2.
Yeah. Them's the prices.
And you just see a
What
fucking
am I
dead
gonna
guy on
do?
the street because he's run out of time. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's so fucking, it's a great idea. What was I saying?
They see it and then they say, well, it's about time.
Isn't it called Tis the Season or
roll
something?
credits.
Or the season?
Happiest season?
Happiest
Is that
season.
it? Yeah.
It's meant to be really good. So I was like, maybe we should go see it sometime this
I'd
week.
love to see it, but
I said to my friend, I'm like, I want to see this movie, but I know Dan will say yes, but I know Mitchell won't. He's so like broad with movies. He's like, I won't see
there
that.
has to be one explosion.
I just knew he'd say no.
There has to be a slow motion
his
shot
mind.
of men walking. Just at least one.
Mitch is like, a female lead, not in this country.
God.
Wait, 2 female leads?
You can lead a
I haven't
female
heard of that
to
before.
Water, but you can't force Mitch to drink it.
Remember when you said that saying yesterday and she didn't get it?
Guys,
Oh yeah, because you were talking about Mitchell. You're
I was
like,
talking to a girl and I said something like, you can lead a horse to water. And she was like, what? She's like, why would you do that?
You know how many people don't fucking get that?
And then I said to another guy, I said something like, well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And he was like,
would not let it go.
No, there's not.
Yeah, he would not let it go.
And I was like, have you guys heard of sayings?
And he said to me, he's like, do you believe there's more than one way to skin an animal? I was like, depends on the context.
Yeah, and then you were like, well, I would never skin an animal.
Yeah, I said that. I was like,
I love animals.
so I did the fucking Doctor Who. Depends on the context.
He was like, would you ever skin a cat? And you were like, oh no. He said, how would you skin a cat? And you were like, I would never skin a cat.
Yeah, I
love cats.
I love them. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. He was a bit weird.
I have a story to tell you. Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
It's very scandalous.
I can't really. Yeah, I thought.
It's gossip. I've written down as the title. Dan's got goss. So this is just. I feel so bad for this lady. I won't say her name.
Oh fuck.
Because I think it's still a little bit on the down low.
The DL.
But here's the deal, right? This happened recently. So a friend of Kath's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
One of her bridesmaids.
Mm-hmm.
Got married recently.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago, she got married. And they've been planning the wedding for a year, whole big shebang. And apparently, a couple of months ago, there was a bit of an issue because they went to buy a plot of land together,
Yeah.
her and her fiance. And it turned out he had a lot of credit card debt. He had like maxed out a few credit cards.
Oh, and she didn't know.
Yeah, he kept.
So he had bad credit history.
Yeah, so but he was still in debt. He had like.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful with your credit card, man. I think.
Yeah.
If you told Shawnee you have a credit card, he'd fucking not talk to you for a week. he hates people who have credit cards at our age.
And look,
I think it's so dumb. You have a good job. You can afford stuff.
Yeah, but I try to be responsible. I try to use it to my benefit and not to my detriment.
Yeah. Either way, continue.
But it sounds like he was obviously doing it the bad way because he had but that's the thing, he had more than one maxed out. Apparently, I didn't know. Right. I don't know that story.
So he's in debt.
And he had like leased a car that was really expensive.
And she didn't know all this.
She didn't know. And then so she found out. So that was a big hullabaloo. But I think they moved past it. You come to accept the person that you're going to marry. And they went through the whole wedding planning. They had the rehearsal dinner. 2 weeks ago, they had their wedding. I got photos from, the people there. And it was like, oh, such a good time.
Mm-hmm.
She had this beautiful profile picture. Like,
oh no, what's going to happen next?
Wedding. And the other day, she gets a text message from a friend of hers or something.
Oh no!
Saying, "I've seen him out with a girl.
No.
What
the fuck?
Do you know about this?" So she goes to him. She confronts him.
Yeah.
And he confesses to it all. He says, "Yep, I've been seeing a girl.
What?
For a year.
And they're married.
Married 2 weeks ago. Got married 2 weeks ago.
What the fuck?
And she kicks him out.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Respect.
Kicks him out, and she's just basically been locked in her room since then. This happened like a few days ago.
What?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. They have a house. They have a plot of land. They were going to build a house, I think, but obviously now they're not going to.
Fucking God. So that's the thing. Like, that's what terrifies me about life.
Yeah.
Like, this shit happens. Like, you're someone you can trust with your whole fucking life. I don't know, but
it's very, very sad.
Well, to be fair, there were a few red flags, but
that's why I brought up. Well, I think the reason I brought up the credit thing is because
red flags.
Red flags, but it also sounded like
he was buying her a car and stuff.
Yeah, but it sounded like the reason I bring that up is it sounded like he was already comfortable keeping things from her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Like he, yeah, and I just can't.
So
I don't know how you go through a wedding.
Well, money's a hard thing with relationships, I think. But
no, money is. I don't get that.
But it's a bit weird because it's like the lines get blurred because it's like, is it, you both have jobs and it's like, so is it our money? Is it just your money? Like, but we obviously have to put money together to do this and that. But then it's also like, well,
because then you're not investing just in the house, you're investing in the other person because.
I don't know.
You're putting money on the line for them, and
apparently that's the thing. Apparently, I read somewhere the three biggest things couples argue about is, weirdly enough, money, children, and the last one was religion.
Really? Couples argue.
That's the three biggest things couples argue about: religion, children, and money.
Wow. It's funny because you think couples would get together who are similarly religious or not religious.
Yeah, but
God says, and then they go,
no.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
But yeah,
That's scary, man.
So I've been thinking about it. It's very sad.
Just locked away in her room.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Crime.
wouldn't you be? You'd be fucking
Yes.
devastated. It's horrible.
Fucking kick his ass out. He deserves it.
Yeah, I know. Kick him to the curb, baby. Get him out
That's
of
what
there.
upsets me. Like, there's so many good people out there. I'm not even just referring, I'm not saying me, but, there's some people out there who are single, who are like lovely, who like,
Yeah, who would never do that? Yeah.
I'm according to a certain person last night. I am now.
I just, I,
But no, but you know what I mean? Though? Like,
Yeah. The thing is, I can like not forgive, but I can understand like a one night, like a one night momentary. That's okay. Like a one night lapse of, you're unfaithful. Because
Surely not.
You're drunk or whatever. No, I'm not saying I can't forgive that,
I
but I'm
couldn't.
saying I could see how that could happen. Do you get what I mean? I could understand that happening, but to be with someone for a year while you're engaged, while you're planning the wedding,
I reckon it happens
and
more than
you get
think.
married, and then you see them after you're married. I don't know how you do that.
I think you always got someone lined up though. I know, like,
What, just in case?
yeah, when I last girl I was with, like the day after we broke up, I saw some random guy who I'd never like heard of before, like tagging her and shit,
Yeah.
like events and stuff. I was like, who the fuck's this guy? I knew all her friends, and I didn't know. I never knew this guy, and he was like, I saw her being tagged in like 6 things a day. So first thing I did was block her because I'm not seeing that shit. But I reckon there is always like someone
Yeah, but
lined
when
up.
you're in a relationship like that, that's supposed to be a what if. It's not supposed to be, oh yeah.
Well,
I'll
my
try
point
it.
is that sometimes those people are actually a partner too in a relationship. Like they see them as well as like.
Yeah.
So he got married, and that girl he was with must have been like, so it's your wedding day, but we're fucking and stuff.
I have no idea. I wonder. And again, you would think he would take the wedding to be an opportunity to be like, look, babe,
Babe.
Well, I
Maybe we
don't know
should
what do you call your mistress? Look, rabble rouser, we're about to.
Where did he get seen?
That's the other thing. He was out and about. He was
That's
on
what
a
I mean.
date with her.
That's what I mean.
How are you married and you go on a date?
So where
with
do you want to go
someone?
tonight? The movies?
Yeah.
The park?
Bro, at least keep that shit secret.
My dad calls the cinema the pictures.
Want to go to the pictures, honey?
That's such a fucking.
That's like a 1920s
He's so fucking
thing.
old, my dad. Like he's like,
The
let's go.
moving pictures?
I was like, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, I'm going to. He's like, oh, you're going to the pictures. I'm like, yes, dad. The pictures. It's such an old way to say it.
While you're down there, can you pick up a loaf of bread? How much is it? 10 cents?
Hey, Sonny. Dude,
They
like,
put it up to 20 cents.
they're so old.
But yesterday it was 10.
My parents just fucking leave me. Like they're gone for like till Tuesday.
Oh, God.
It's happening so much more. I was talking to someone this week, and she's like, my boyfriend's parents got us a 2-night stay on for Christmas, and we're gonna be with his like brother and sister, and they paid for it all, and it's like so sweet and kind of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
my fucking parents just leave and go, I hope you don't have any
All right,
plans
good luck.
because you have to feed the cats. They just go. Like my parents just leave me.
Well, my
They're
parents,
like, you better be going to the pictures, Conor.
my-
Oh, it was so nice to see your mum last night.
Yeah, so last night my mum had a 50th.
We need to get
For-
well, she was at the. We need to find a name for that one in the center.
I've called it the wind tunnel before.
That was it. Yeah,
I
because
don't
it has a
know.
wind tunnel.
Yeah, literally. So my mum was at a 50th for a family friend, and we went down there. And I remember walking down there, and I looked at some of the people there, and I was like, "Do I know those people?" I was kind of like, and then I
Dad?
dismissed it. I was like, "Nah, probably not."
Dad, is that you?
And then we're drinking at the same pub as them, and then I look over and I go, "Oh, I do know those people. They're the family friends."
It's Uncle Ronnie.
And so I walked over, but I didn't tell anyone that I was going to go say hi.
No, you
so
didn't.
I walked over to this 50th and I was like, chatting to everyone. I was like, hey, how you going? Oh, no, I'm just drinking with friends. And I think all the people we were drinking with thought that I had like just gone to this random ass group and tried to like make friends, like Wedding Crashers style, with the...
Vince mum,
Yeah, and
delivery man himself.
yeah, exactly. That's right.
I felt really honoured
Freaky
because
Friday.
that guy came up to me. He was like, so long story short, folks, I applied to play at my local, my DJ.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because they had to go through a company and the company didn't want me, which is fair enough because I kind of get why they don't want me because I have a pretty standard deck, even though it was like 450 compared to some of the big ones, it's pretty standard.
Yeah, sure.
And I just had like experience of doing parties, so I get why they didn't hire me, but still, they said like the fucking guy sucked again, and I'm like, why did you keep hiring him? But then apparently again he was just like putting on like 7-minute songs and like walking around.
Fucking
I was
hell.
like, why? And he kind of said it to me as well. He's like, I don't get why there's people who are really passionate about it who don't get the job yet. So he said to me,
it's weird, isn't it? I can understand if someone's reliable. Like they know he's going to do it. Even if he doesn't do a good job, they know he's going to do the job.
I could do it though.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I think they should give you an opportunity. I mean, it's
he said he went up to his boss and said, look, I know a guy, he's local and he's really passionate.
Yeah.
I respect this guy because I've only spoken to him a couple of times, but he really fucking vouches for me.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, I must say.
So he was like, look, I know a guy. I love he's really good. He's like, I know I haven't heard you play yet, so I hope you are. I was like, oh yeah,
I love it.
So he's like, can you write down your name and your number and your email and I'll pass it through to him. Because he's like, maybe we should just get some local talent in.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah. That'd be sick, man. I'd love
I love
to play
that. No, that's great. I think
I'd love to play at the
I think
wind
giving you an
tunnel.
opportunity is a great thing. I think they should.
Well, that way they can pay me whatever they see fit. I'm just local.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand they want reliability and they want someone they know they can trust, but like,
They can't though. The guy sucks.
yeah, but that's what I mean.
That's not
It's
reliable.
one night too. Like, give you a try. Like,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, you fuck up and then okay, whatever. They can put a playlist on.
That's
Like,
the thing. It'll be quite a challenge for me because I haven't played on like a big
States.
sound system before.
Right. Interesting.
Good thing I got Tidal because I don't know if you know, but I used to use.
Thanks, Jay-Z.
Thanks, Jay. I used to rip off YouTube, and if you play on like a big club speaker, it would like sound so distorted.
That's awful.
So luckily I got Tidal.
Well, Tidal's notoriously the best.
Yeah,
quality.
I heard. Yeah, I literally heard. Well, one of Mum's clients came up to me, was like, "Conor, can I work with you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "So I got this wedding on next Sunday," and she's like, "No, everyone's freaking out because they haven't got a lot of money, so they can't hire a DJ. So they're like, we're just gonna put together like a playlist tonight." I'm like, "Look, that sounds fine," but I was like, sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass. So I was like, "Look, if they need help."
Yeah.
I'll do it. Like, I don't expect to be paid because they got money. I'm like, it's COVID. Like, it's a wedding.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity. And
I'll
plus,
be nice,
you would hope or you would think that if you're going to a wedding, the people there are going to be hopefully the same age as people who would get married. So
Yeah.
you go to a wedding, you'll probably meet people who will get married within the next couple of years.
I don't know if it will happen though. And if it does, like, I need them to tell me soon because it's like a week
Yeah, you got
tomorrow.
to put something together.
Yeah. And I need to know what they want me to play. But thing is, like, I'm like,
Should
look.
say, make sure the husband's not cheating on, or the
I'm like,
fiance.
so have you followed him around a little bit?
Yeah, just keep an eye. Just keep an eye out.
But that does scare me. Doing a wedding scares me more than playing a local because then it's like I have to be like really on time like the first dance music. And it's like I don't know how to do that yet. Like they're like help us. Then you might have to help out with like the wedding music.
Wedding is, that shit's forever.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
you only get married once, hopefully.
Well, yeah, but even if you only get married the first time once, Well,
Yeah.
when it's your second wedding, it's great. It's lovely. Fantastic. Congrats. You got married again. But you'll always remember
I
your
hope not.
first.
I don't want to get married twice.
No, but you'll always remember your first wedding, even if you do.
But what if you renew your vows? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
Why do you need to renew them? Do they run out? Like,
No,
why?
no. No,
That's what I mean.
I think it's dumb as well.
Yeah.
Nah, I think you just
Nah, I get it.
look how much we fucking love each other. Look how much you fucking suck. Your wedding's in, your marriage is in shambles. We renewed our vows. It's so dumb.
It's like no.
I think you update them. You know what I mean? You
That's
update
true.
your
I
vows.
think
You're
you
like,
add
okay,
a little
I
bit,
actually
yeah.
feel this now. I actually fucking hate you now.
Our old wedding, our old vows were a bit outdated. They mentioned the horse and wagon. That we're going to change it to a car.
You can do your own.
Yeah, I know that, but I think the idea is, yeah, your marriage gets a bit stale,
Dan,
and you go,
I loved you from the day I saw you. Your smile brightens up the room. I'm glad we didn't get married in a church because we're not religious. You
So
may
sweet.
kiss the bride.
wow, beautiful.
I do.
Words to remember forever.
You know, like there's like always that scene in movies where like, it's like if anyone has anything to say it now. I have something to say.
Maybe that
Dude,
girl's wedding, someone should have stood
He
up.
must have been fucking shitting himself, and they
Oh
said,
yeah, he's like sweating.
like-
He's like, no one say anything.
I guarantee, because everyone laughs at that point when no one said anything. Everyone's
At
like,
that point,
ha, 'cause
how do
no
you
one's gonna
do
say.
you reckon his mates knew?
I reckon
do you-
people there knew. Yeah, they must have.
Yeah, I mean, how many people do you hide it from? Do you hide it from your close friends?
I wouldn't be friends with someone if I did shit.
I would. Yeah, I wouldn't cheat in the first place, but if I did, I'd be too embarrassed to tell you. I would not want you to.
You would die eventually.
Yeah, I would. I would have to. You have to tell
I'll tell
someone.
you everything, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you can even. How do you have the time to date two people?
I don't know. Hey.
Like, and you're planning a wedding.
I hope she's like, hey, you telling me this? And
Ah.
the world.
I mean, no, I say it with the utmost, I've been thinking about her all day. And yesterday I feel so bad for
In what way?
her.
Because she's single now? I'm kidding. That's really mean.
I'm trying to be nice here.
It's really sad.
No, I feel bad for her. I really hope she's okay. And I hope people are checking in on her.
Have you messaged her? Like,
Kath was, no, I'm not very close with her. Kath was saying that, and it's true. Like you want, in a way, you want everyone to know that he fucked up. Because imagine people here 2 weeks later, like, oh, the wedding didn't turn out. Oh, classic. But it's like, it's not that the marriage didn't work out. It's that he fucked it up. You know?
yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing the hangover, so.
There's a wedding in that, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I thought of it.
Yeah.
Well, we are hungover, so.
Yeah, we are.
Well, what we do is,
Hungover.
this is a bit sneaky,
Ooh.
but
Ooh.
what we do is we go to the offie before we go to
The pictures.
before we go to the pictures, we go to the offie and we grab they're not really miniatures because they're pretty big. It's like a 5
yeah.
standard drink.
Well, they call them hotel.
Airplane miniatures.
Yeah.
They're fucking expensive, cunt.
At hotels, they are, yeah.
No, like at the bottle shop, you can buy it's like $20. You can get a whole bottle for like,
a little one.
yeah, you can get a whole bottle for, but you can't stick a whole bottle in. So what you do, kids,
Get a
I hope no one,
a massive cinema cup, and you're just like, I got a lot of soda.
well, I just hope no one there watches
Got a whole
this because
bottle of vodka.
they'll stop us every time now. But what you do is you go to the cinema, it's in your pocket.
Yeah.
You just buy a large drink, you go to the toilet,
Big old soda.
and then you just walk in when you drink, and then you can sneak some booze in. Well, if you go to Gold Class,
And you got some, what do they do? Like Bundabergs and all those different.
yeah, I always get Fireball.
Oh, yeah.
Goes down a train.
You're fired.
That's what they'll say if they
As
find us.
they, yeah, that is what they say, yeah. They'll say tomorrow.
Well, we did that. We
Fries.
did it. We did it when we went to go see
President.
Cats, and there was a bottle shop right next to the
Oh,
cinema.
yeah, that was wild, though.
And she literally said it. She was like, "Are you taking it to the cinema?" And I was like, "No."
Me? I would never.
They must have people doing it all the time.
Oh, sure.
My mum was telling me when you go. In
I
the
think they
UK,
probably
you
don't
can
care
do it.
if you don't.
No, it's just kids
If
from.
you don't do anything bad.
Sure, we don't go all the way to. Oh, we'll have to, won't we?
Yes, we will.
I hate that cinema. It sucks.
It's
so old.
It's rowdy. It's
I hadn't gone in ages.
ratty.
It's so ratty.
Ugh.
I guess we'll have to though, because
Things we put up for. With the
'cause
things
the
we
pub-
put up with.
unless we go to the local. Well,
Yeah, we'll have to weigh our options.
yeah.
Can you tell me about Grogu?
Hey, you remembered? I didn't remember.
I wrote it down.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, the man.
No, it's trending on Twitter. I was looking on Twitter trending, and it's hashtag Grogu.
Sounds too much like Goku.
It's like, what the fuck, Grogu? I don't. It's surprising. So Grogu was the original youngling.
It's so weird seeing a live action Ahsoka.
Yeah, I'm looking at her now. That's interesting.
It's pretty accurate.
It is pretty. She looks like a cartoon though. Here's a photo for anyone.
Well, that is
Anyone curious?
That is the source material.
That's what I mean. Did they?
I swear she dropped one of those sabers in one of the last episodes of Clone Wars, but I might be tripping. I don't remember.
What would happen if you dropped a lightsaber? Would it just keep going?
One goes in a pond in this episode.
Would it just keep going down until it gets to the center of the earth? Like, you know what I mean? Huh? Would it just keep melting through?
No, I think when you drop it, it turns off. Because you know when Luke's arm gets chopped off in the sky,
Right.
Sky City,
It's like
it just it turns off. Remember?
Yeah, I guess if they can figure out how to fucking harness energy into a sword, then they can figure out how to get it to turn off.
Remember they never told us how they got the saber back.
Oh, yeah, where was that story another day?
A good story for another time.
And then we never hear it. How did Luke get
Is
his
Maz
saber?
Kanata even in?
Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
Such a shit character.
Such a weird
It was such a big, you know how like she just has like a fucking cameo in Last Jedi. It sucks. She's just like fucking in a war.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, you need to go to so and so.
She looked so weird without her glasses on too.
She's like a fucking mango.
like an old rotten, yeah.
That's been left in the sun.
She's like a mango that someone forgot about.
Well, Ryan definitely forgot about her. She's in the movie for like 2 minutes.
He definitely.
Not even that, like a minute.
He had it in the draft to Disney, and they were like, we need to sell some fucking
Well, I remember
toys.
like
And
people,
he was like, oh, yeah, true.
people were like, oh, no. Well, Disney were like, she'll have like a big part in the next 2 movies. And she fucking had like nothing.
Because she's the girl from Us, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a big deal. It was like
She
a
was
black
in,
actress playing someone. And they fucking barely used her.
Yeah. Star Wars' most famous black character.
Dude, they
looks
make
like
such a big
fucking
deal out
mango.
of being like, we're so diverse and then not use the characters at all. Like, they marketed Finn as like the Jedi and then
Oh, that was dumb.
completely just dropped him like it was
Bro,
hot.
how good would Finn have been as a Jedi?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
I agree.
got a what are they called? You got a stormtrooper.
I know, that would have been sick.
He goes from being raised in the dark and he comes out as a good guy. That's a nice story. It's a nice like tale.
They completely just forgot about his character. Yeah, remember in like Rise of Skywalker, he's like sinking in the sand. He's like, Ray, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. That was like that scene in Harry Potter, you know, with all the tentacles.
Yeah, stop struggling.
Stop struggling and you'll be fine. And he's like, ah! Like he's... It's like the one thing you shouldn't do is struggle. And Ron's just like, ah! He does the exact thing to not
To
do.
be fair, when you get told not to do something and you just do it,
Yeah, I get it.
it's like,
It's a mad thing.
try not to think right now. You're thinking. Because you're thinking and not thinking.
I'm like that Patrick meme where it's like,
Aren't you always thinking technically? You can't not ever not think.
That's what meditation is, isn't it? It's trying really hard to not think. Isn't it? And people pay to meditate. They pay someone else to help them not think. Like maybe if you thought about fucking
You know,
not paying someone.
I was thinking, I don't want to think.
You walk in, you go, I was thinking, they say. I'll stop you right there, son. yeah. You've come to the wrong place if you were thinking.
It's meant to be good for you. Like, it's meant to be really good
Thinking
for you.
or meditation?
Yeah.
Thinking or not thinking?
You need to start thinking and not think. Yeah, it's really good for your
You
anxiety.
should think
apparently.
about not thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, meditation. I mean, I'm sure it brings you to in peace and all that shit. But
My nose is so sore, like right here.
isn't that just trying to be asleep when you're awake? Why would you try and like,
Yeah, pretty much.
even when people think so much, you can't even stop thinking when you're asleep.
Yeah, that's how you dream.
It's like brains just don't want to chill out. They just fucking can't. They can't do it. It's either alive and crazy or just dead. Those are the two states of a brain. Deep, I know.
Right. Mum's always like, oh, cats are so smart. Or animals are smart.
Yeah, I would say to a degree.
When Pepper got like the cone of shame, she walked into the house after we got back from the vet, and Rossi didn't recognize her. He like freaked out.
He was like, why
Like-
has she got a massive neck now? Who's this cat with a
I'm like,
huge neck?
cats aren't smart then. Because
Well, they're smart
he
enough.
shot herself. He shot himself. He was like, who the fuck's this? I'm like, surely you can just smell her.
Well, animals, I would think, are smart.
Well, they
They're
smell.
They're smart for what they need.
That's how they know it's you, from smell.
Yeah.
So I'm like, surely you can smell Pepper and go, it's Pepper. That's why when like,
You
that's
smell
why
pepper, you sneeze.
if you like stroke a dog,
Yeah.
when I come home, my cats will come around and smell me because they can smell a dog.
Right.
But same like a dog. If I stroke my cats, a dog will be like,
Yeah. I think animals are smart enough for what they need. So they'll get food, they'll get strokes. They just want to eat and come.
well, when I look after my pets, I change their bowl every 2 days.
Yeah.
But like, no, I mean like, obviously I feed them, but I get a new one every 2 days. And Mum's like, you can't do that. You need to change it every day. I'm like, Mum, they fucking eat bugs and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
They
what
don't
the
really have high standards.
What the hell? They eat bugs and they lick their own asshole. Like,
They would eat mice off the fucking street.
yeah, my cats always bring in like dead birds and stuff.
Yeah. Do they kill
Gross.
it? Or do they find it dead?
I doubt it.
Cats are hunters.
Yeah.
They're mini tigresses.
I don't know how, but one of my cats brought in like literally just a bird wing the other day.
Ugh. Jesus.
But it was decayed. It was like bones and shit. I'm like, what
You're like,
the
no,
fuck is
I
this?
said I want chicken wings.
Not
This is not what I meant.
not a parakeet. Para. Medic.
What do you think, man? Do you want to wrap up the show?
Oh, before we go, I want to show you something.
All right, show
Can
me.
you type in Eric Andre Hannibal returns?
Ooh.
It's so fucking cool. You'll love it. On YouTube, please. That's it. Watch this.
What
I wanna
a
get
lovely
I
clip.
want to get your reaction to it. 'Cause I think it's so wholesome. All right, this is the 50th episode of Eric Andre. And it like had such a wholesome ending.
Is that Stormy Daniels?
Oh, I think so.
That Trump's mistress.
This is the final scene. Of
Trump would
season
cheat on
5.
his wife for a year and then get married to her.
He does.
Yeah.
He has.
Ah! I'm back! Oh shit, it's time to end the season.
Oh my word.
Yo. Hannibal?
Thank you for seeing you again.
Dude, what happened to you?
I went to the store.
Bro, I needed you.
You didn't need me. The power is in you. I never existed this whole time. Go back, watch the tapes. I'm a mirage.
Hannibal, chime in.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, I'm king shit. You're little, you're small, you don't get me.
What?
And they do the Muppets. It's pretty cool. So it was the 50th episode, so they brought back all the characters from like like Craft Punk and all that, and
Wow.
George Clooney and Hannibal's there, and
Is that the end of Eric Andre forever?
he did say
It says series finale.
yeah, this is in season 5, but he did say he.
Jesus Christ.
To be fair, I don't get how.
Absolutely.
I don't get how they
Hannibal,
did.
chime
That was
in.
from this season.
Yeah,
but
yeah. That's
how do they
a
do this?
famous meme.
How do they do this?
That must have been a lot of Photoshop.
Because that's not. Yeah, that's the shot from the.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
classic.
I'm
And
the king, man.
you can see if you look closely, then you can see that they've kind of edited the couch a little just to
I'm
move
the
it a little.
king, man. I'm king
That's an
shit.
I
interesting.
don't know how they do it though.
That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. And I do like Hannibal
I love Hannibal.
Buress. Hannibal Buress.
It's really interesting that he left. I had a
Are
feeling
you
he'd
gonna
come
leave
back.
one day?
I quit. I contemplated taking a little bit of a break, but only because my health is deteriorating massively. I feel okay now, but I felt so bad all week. Like not the flu. Like literally, like my fucking bones ached. I felt so ill because I felt like I was just pushing myself a bit too much. Just because work's been so intense. I look like a fucking sun-dried tomato.
Yeah, I get it.
But no, I think one show a week's been helpful.
I agree. I was going to say we should stick with one for a week for a while.
Yeah, because I'm just getting because we've gone to 2 with 50%, which
Let
is fine.
ourselves settle.
But,
Give ourselves, that can be our version of a Christmas break, you know?
yeah, no, I won't quit.
Not yet.
But I just felt the pressure.
Maybe you were a
especially since the vlogs
mirage the
came
whole
back.
time.
I was never here. But yeah, no, the vlogs have been going really well. But then now that people, so I'm just bringing my vlog up because I want to see how it's doing. But now that it's doing well, it's like, well, I've got to keep capitalizing on that. No, not capitalizing.
Yeah, focus on that, man. You do you.
Yeah, it did really well, which I'm really proud of.
I love it.
And so now I'm like, I got to keep. Someone to me say like, "Oh, so you vlog?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, I don't know how to describe it.
Maybe you need to keep going, and maybe you will be able to describe it one day.
I don't know. I feel like it's so
I make
random.
videos, and some people watch them.
Yeah,
And they say about what, and you say you can't ask that.
it's so weird when people watch them and I don't know they do. Remember how you said your friend watched it, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
It's
expect them to watch
interesting,
it. Yeah, this guy yesterday was like, "Oh, you talk about your mental health and you're so woke." I was like, "Thank you." I am. No,
Just
I'm
so
sorry.
up
I'm
to
kidding.
date with the times. Look at you.
I can't believe she watched. She's like, I sent it to Millie from school.
Oh yeah.
It's like, get around these. I was like, well, thank you.
Check this out. I love it.
No, I've really been enjoying them. I've just been doing content that I want to make. And it's like, I was really scared that people wouldn't fuck with them, but people seem to be fucking with them. So I'm just going to capitalize on that.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that.
Thanks. I'm gonna shoot tomorrow another one.
Good.
So,
Do it.
and I might just shoot a quick scene with you today because you haven't been in them.
I'll make a little guest.
Anyway,
appearance.
I'm being really boring. Let's go watch Doctor Who.
Thanks for watching, folks. We love having you.
These 100 episodes rock.
They're everyone's favorite. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time.
Maybe we should sing our
Don't
way
forget
out
to tune
like
back
on
in.
Andre.
Sing.
We got the first. We got
The
the
hunger.
hunger. Right, it's Dylan's favourite group.
The Muppets.
What do you fucking give higher? A 2 out of 10? That's just
It's
nonsense.
too high, if you ask me. That score could be.
Higher.
I,
That's bollocks. 2 out of 10? Come on. The orchestra deserves a 2,
Let the guy have
a
his
3,
opinions,
a
you know.
4. I'm joking. I mentioned today, I'm like, how can we be mates? You don't like the Hoods.
I have to sever this friendship.
Another fan messaged me because I sent the picture of all the vinyls, the Hilltop vinyls, and she was like, "Who are they?" I'm like, "Oh, they're like an Australian group." And she listened to me, she's like, "They're a vibe," and they are. Oh god.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. See you later. Peace.
Is that it? Yeah, I guess so.